we're back from our break. Thanks again to Kieng for coming on. What a nice gentleman.
Yeah,
he was a gentleman and a scholar.
Literally.
No, honestly, like,
he really was.
So freaking humble, and it's amazing his perspective. It was very cool to hear. All right, let's get into the news here. There's a lot to talk about. I mentioned at the top of the show that all of these news stories are going to be coming from PokemonGoLive.com, Niantic's official site. This is the first time this has ever happened. Normally, you have to go to third-party sites to get the information, to kind of weed out the details. Niantic has really stepped up and really come forward with getting this news out directly, first-party, first-hand, and timely. And just in the last week, all this stuff has come out. So, Adam, I think this was the first community day that didn't go too well for you. Like, how did it go? You were kind of confused. You were working. I don't know. Explain to me. Bagon Community Day was this weekend. Was yesterday.
I started Community Day with my phone and my coworker's phone, and all the Bagons popped. Bagons, and I was like, click, 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 and my coworker got a shiny, and it took me almost the entire hour of just like helping guests, going back to my phone, clicking another shiny, helping another guest, clicking all the random, whatever, and I'm just trying to fast catch and make sure that I'm available and helping guests. And it was quite busy, so I didn't get to click on as many as I'd like at work, which is understandable. But I finally got a shiny, quickly ran through the whole mall to get all like the spawn points. No other shiny, and then I went through other parking lots, kind of throughout the little like mallish area, and I was able to get a total of 6 shinies.
Oh, you still had a good day.
6 isn't bad.
Yeah, and it's like my goal was 3.
That's not Adam style though.
No, I like to go back and forth between 2 parking lots, knowing that I can get multiple runs at shinies, and then with the community, normally somebody calls out the 100%, which is usually in one of those 2 areas. I later get home and I made some trades, got the 100%, but it was like 8 minutes too late, or so I thought, until I, woke up this morning, and I believe it was Jersey J in the Discord that was like, hey, anybody else notice that you could still get with Outrage until like 9 p.m.? And I'm just sitting here like, are you serious?
Let me backpedal here before I talk about my day. This event did not get off to a good start internationally. So, we get it last really in the time zone thing. But in Asia, the first 2 hours of the event were riddled with connectivity problems to the point where people were like losing their minds online, couldn't get into the game. It was like that horror story that you just hope doesn't happen when an event hits. And it hit, and people could not connect to the game. So, Niantic tries to do their best to get ahead of it. We recognize there's problems. Hey, we're going to extend the time of the event, give you extra time, tack on another hour at the end, right? Now, the way the event works, triple catch XP, triple 3-hour lures, Solomons can learn Outrage. If you evolve up to an hour after the event, like Adam was saying, you can learn Outrage. When they extended the event in Asia, they did not compensate for the extra hour for Solomons to learn Outrage. So people then caught all their Bagon, evolved up to Solomons. The event just ended. They think they have an hour to evolve. They evolve, and their Solomons do not know Outrage.
Oh my God. What did Niantic do for that?
Well, they put out a tweet saying, hey, we saw this issue and it's been resolved. I think everyone that evolved up and did not get Outrage is just beat.
That's awful.
Because you're not going to be able to TM into it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that was the start. That was even before, it was live in the States. So there was a lot of these connectivity issues, all this madness going on. It's like you worry about it when you hear that. You're like, man, I hope they get this shit kind of figured out before it hits the States. And for the most part, there was some connectivity problems even here. But once it did launch, it was fine here in the States. But yes, they extended the window, 9 p.m. or something like that on the East Coast where people were still evolving and getting Outrage. But, I did mine right away, so I wasn't affected by it. But Saturday event, I was at work. So I was playing from my desk, was able to move around a little bit. I caught 39, not bad for sitting at a desk. 4 shinies out of 39, better than 10%. I was
at least you got the trifecta though.
That's all I wanted. I wanted my 3. And then the second one I clicked on was shiny, and then about 40 minutes later I had back-to-back shinies. And at that point I was like, great, I can actually focus on work again. And I was like, I just kept playing in the background, and sure as shit I was able to catch another one. So I did get 4, which I'm very excited about. Evolved up. I had a 96%er that I was sitting on, evolved that up to get the outrage. So my dragon squad there is stacked. And this is kind of a nice little alternative to Rayquaza. It kind of sits at the Dragonite level in performance as far as dragons are concerned in DPS. It's nice that you have another option with the heavy hitters and dragons if you don't want to use a Dragonite, you just want to switch it up. Melissa was on the road a little bit. Well, you played a little bit, but...
No. I played the whole fucking day. I actually made an effort to play the goddamn game. And I turned it on the second the fucking community day started. And
so 301.
Yeah. And I didn't catch any. Not even fucking one. I mean,
now, were you using the Go Plus?
No.
Because 2 of mine that were caught with the Go Plus.
No.
Oh, wow.
Everything was hand. I mean, I shiny checked about, 20, 30, and I definitely deleted at least 15 on the road, and there's like 20 in there.
So
right now.
You should have had at least 1 or 2.
I should have had 1.
Yeah, definitely 1.
The thing was, it wasn't like I was playing consistently the whole time. Like I was playing for 15, 20 minutes, and then I'd have to stop, and then I'd turn it back on. But I was like moving all over the place. I was driving all over and in different towns and stuff like that. So it's like, I don't understand why...
You should have got 1 at least.
Didn't
that
get
sucks.
fucking 1. Not 1.
Wow.
And it's always like when she's home and doesn't give a shit about the game, she turns it on.
The
she's
last
like,
2 community
catch a shit or shiny or
days,
something.
I got a fucking shiny, and I literally,
Didn't
think the
even
last
want one.
community day or the one before, it was like the second Pokemon I clicked was the shiny. I was like, oh, I'm good.
Yeah, but when you try to play on purpose and put some effort into it,
Man, I really wanted that shiny
the game
Bagon.
rewards you by giving you
By
shit.
saying, fuck you, you suck at life. Don't try to accomplish this.
Well, I'm proud of you for making the effort. I'm sorry it didn't work out. I have an extra I can trade you.
I was going to say, Ken, you have 4. You can trade her one.
Bro, she hates it when I try to trade her.
The thing is I need to catch 1 shiny
She won't do
naturally before I trade for another one.
Yeah, she's pretty strict with that, so she won't let me give her all my extras.
Yeah, it has to be.
That's noble. That's very noble.
I'm a noble rabbit.
You got to give her the B. Give her the Bagon.
I know, but I'm gonna put in the description. I want to post a couple clips here. I want to shout out 3 separate communities, international communities. First one from Chile posted this video of a stampede for a 96% Bagon.
Yeah, they're insane.
That's absolutely incredible. In Mexico, there was 100% Bagon, another huge stampede straight out of like July 2016. Like it looks absolutely nuts.
I was going to stop. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to stop right there.
And then I also want to give a shout out to Nidos, Argentina. This is a community that we've interacted with on social media. They do amazing things for their area, and their community is always exceptionally strong and exceptionally active. And they get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people together for each community day and do really cool stuff outside of the Pokemon Go community. So, kudos to them. But I think this was a really fun one. It seems like people had a really good time because this was a shiny that was meta relevant and cool looking. And it seemed like there's a lot of people out there playing.
Shit ton of cluster spawns. Did you notice that, Adam?
Yes. Anywhere you went, it was just boom. There's like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
See that I didn't get to experience that because I'm tucked in my desk, but I saw that vibe pretty much all over Twitter, like these huge clusters, like holy shit.
Yeah, and that makes it even more frustrating when you have like 9 of them in one fucking spot, and you're like, one of these bitches is gonna be fucking shiny. Like,
or there's 2 on top of each other, and you like click one, but you have to keep going back to click the other one. You're like, come on.
Oh, that triggers me so hard, Adam.
Oh, but yeah, all right. Bagon
hard.
Community
So
Day,
hard.
that was a success. Maximum hardness
Yes.
of triggers. All right. Adam, you want to talk about the extravaganza that's going to be coming back to us? Actually, this will be happening just as soon as you hear this, it'll be live. So
Oh, wait, the Eggstravaganza?
Yes,
You
puns.
mean we get egg stuff?
Yes, puns.
Oh my god,
Puns.
we're gonna get more
Still no
baby
Chansey,
Pokemon.
though, I bet.
No chance.
Fucking
More baby
stupid assholes.
Pokemon.
I fucking hate
and they're gonna
them.
be in 2K eggs. Oh, from the website it says like Pikachu, Smoochum, and Magby, but we're gonna see other ones too. And all those can be shiny, so
I'm wondering if Riolu will be bumped up to 2K for the event. That would be fucking cool.
I need one.
Cool.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, I need one.
There's going to be shiny Baneri, but we don't know if that's going to be in the wild, if that's going to be through tasks, because it said, or if we're going to hatch it, because it says the egg pool is going to switch up. It says you might find different Pokemon hatching from eggs than before.
Well, it says encounter. Now, encounter, you think that that's typically from a research encounter, but you can encounter it in the wild. If it was a hatch, that it would say, if you're lucky, you may hatch shiny Baneri.
Well, do you think we're going to get an egg-focused research like the Chansey one, hatch 5 eggs, and do you think Chansey also could be shiny? I think there's a chance.
I think you're
there's a Chansey.
I think you're reaching, but that would be cool as shit. But the Baneri line is cool. It's pink. It really stands out.
As long as it's pink, that
it
makes
stands
me happy.
out. But there's some good bonuses too.
×2 hatch candy. So extra candy if you do hatch that Riolu, if it actually is a thing. ×2 incubator effectiveness.
That's big.
I've been holding on to my super incubators for this day.
Yep.
I cannot wait. And then lucky eggs will last twice as long. So all you XP grinders, boom, boom, boom. Go do some raid trains, drop some lucky eggs, do some evolution parties, catch a lot of Pokemon.
No, I like this event.
Excellent.
I think that
It's excellent, right? Yeah.
it's excellent. But because you're going to be out there walking, it kind of plays into the fact that you're going to be able to grind at the same time that you're, grinding your catching and stuff like that at the same time you're grinding your eggs and incubators. So I think this is a cool event. I think it's nice that it comes back and they keep the branding going with the extravaganza. And it's kind of cool that they're throwing a shiny in there, just to boot.
I still want to know where's my Chansey. The Pokemon has an egg in its
That's
stomach.
what I'm saying. It's gonna be this
Why?
event.
How many years is it going to take?
Melissa really wants Chansey.
Like, I don't understand. Why are they denying it?
Yeah, and it's like at this point, it's like you've given us lucky friends. So if we want a really strong IV Blissey, like we're gonna get one. So,
Well,
come on, Niantic.
We'll talk about Lucky Friends in a minute.
We'll talk about this event.
What event?
Okay, the Latios. Oh god, another. Oh, I'm glad it's not a raid weekend. I'm glad they learned from their last one.
All right, so they're doing another raid week. This is, again, stretching it out longer than the weekend. We'll touch on this for just a quick second. We knew this was coming, just like the Latias week that we had.
My Latias?
Latias. But it says, after your impressive efforts in challenging Latias, do you have what it takes to challenge the other Eon Pokemon? From Monday, April 15th to Monday, April 22nd, 2019, there'll be a special raid week, and the legendary Pokemon Latios will be available in raid battles, and of course, that means shiny Latios, which is green. Surprise! It's green.
Green?
Another green fucking shiny. Niantic, when were you going to design some better shinies, bro?
Blue,
Gosh,
bro.
I wish Niantic
He
would
is
design
blue.
some better shinies.
No, like...
Different blue?
yeah, different blue. Got purple.
Ooh, purple Latios would be
Magenta.
BA. Fuchsia. But yeah, that's coming by the time you hear this. It'll be going. So go catch Latios. Have fun. Get the shiny.
Or don't. Be like me and don't get the shiny.
All right, this is probably the biggest news of the week, and I think this is really cool, and we'll go a little bit in depth here. The Go Snapshot Challenge. This is really neat, new initiative that Niantic is putting together. Again, all this coming from PokemonGoLive.com. 3 themed and timed Go Snapshot Challenges. Starting with the first one, Adventure number 1, the Buddy Challenge, April 15th through April 24th. Says, it's time for a photo shoot with your buddy Pokemon. In this challenge, we're looking for trainers to show us photos that highlight the connection between them and their buddy Pokemon. From your shared adventures in the park to some fun moments at home, we want to see what makes your buddy Pokemon your buddy. Hashtag Buddy Challenge. So, the first contest here, the 15th through the 24th, they want you to submit photos using hashtag Go Snapshot, hashtag Buddy Challenge. again, highlighting the relationship between you and your buddy Pokemon. What
Delibird.
makes this interesting, no editing at all. Can't edit the photos. I love it. I looked through the terms of the contest, and I'm going to read this directly from the rules, which has its own link. I'll link to it in the description.
People, the rules.
It says,
no
entries
editing.
are void. Listen, entries are void if they are in whole or in part incomplete. It says, for example, do not contain a required handle or hashtags. And then altered. Altered means edited in any way. You cannot alter it. It has to be a native photo from the app. So that is a direct leveling of the playing field when it comes to Go Snapshot. The first one, the Buddy Challenge, that's going to be fun, highlighting the connection. Now, you don't have to necessarily be in the photo, but I imagine that most of these are going to show the trainer and the buddy together.
Because it's got to be the connection.
Yeah, like how are you going to show the connection between your Pokemon if you and your Pokemon if you're not in the picture?
I guess you're right. All right, adventure number 2, the Habitat Challenge. This one will run April 29th through May 8th. It says, for our Habitat Challenge, we're asking trainers to take the best photos of Pokemon in their natural habitat. It's time to learn more about your Pokemon, as understanding a Pokemon's type and Pokedex information is an important factor in winning this challenge. Use hashtag GoSnapshot, hashtag Habitat Challenge. So this one's pretty cool. Imagine a pond of lily pads with a Lotad, something that looks natural where that Pokemon's in its natural space. Rock type Pokemon in the rocks, water type Pokemon in the water. You see where it's going there. A lot of, very, very, very much open to interpretation. Adventure number 3. Go Create Challenge. This is going to be the most wide open one, the 13th through the 22nd. It says, with Go Snapshot, there are almost no limits when it comes to where, when, and how you capture your AR photos of your Pokemon. In our Go Create Challenge, we're asking you to show us how innovative you can get with your Go Snapshot. We can't wait to see where your creativity takes you, trainers. Now, again, no editing, but getting creative, I'd imagine, with draw distance or positioning or perspective, that kind of thing would be really cool because, and again, you have to do it natively. So you have to get very, very creative with your placement and all that. So 3 unique challenges.
What if you have one picture that can qualify for multiple adventures? Like, what if you have one picture that can be used for the
I'll have to dig into the role. I'll have to dig into the rules. That's a good point. But I know that you're allowed to submit 3 images to each contest. So 3 different images per account. So, like for us, I could do, put up my photos on the Gotta Watch 'Em All account. Adam, you could do it on your personal Twitter. Melissa, you could do it on your Instagram, however. But you could do 3 per entry. The prizes, though, that's what we're doing this for, right? That's it's a contest. You got to talk about the prizes. The grand prize winner and 2 runners-up from each challenge will be selected on the originality, creativity, and visual fun of their snapshots. The runner-ups, now this is for each of the challenge, so times 3 here. Each runner-up will win a special Pokestop featuring their winning photo that will remain in the game for no less than 3 months. So they're going to give you a Pokestop. I don't know where they'll place it, maybe at Niantic headquarters or something like that, but it'll be probably named after you and have your photo featured on the disc when you spin it. That's really freaking cool.
Wow.
But here we go. The grand prize winner for each challenge will receive a special Pokestop and be whisked away and with travel and tickets to a 2019 Pokemon Go Fest of their choice.
Of their choice?
That means you want to go to Dortmund, Germany, you want to go to Japan, you're going to Go Fest in Japan. Well, we're assuming Go Fest is going to be in Japan and Asia. But yes, you could fly to Chicago, you could fly to Dortmund, you could fly to Asia on Niantic. That's why we're doing this.
Amazing.
So freaking cool. And it starts this week. So by the time you hear this, the Buddy Challenge is live. Get out there and start taking some freaking pictures because you could win a trip to Go Fest. It's freaking awesome. Our final little wrap up here before we cover a couple bits of miscellaneous news. We're skipping the battle party this week. Again, it's been log. Hey man, I'm sorry, but that's got to be the one segment that gets the axe because it's the most arbitrary. Yeah. But Lucky Friends and poses, we talked about it being added to the code last week. We didn't know when it was going live.
Melissa loves the poses.
It went live.
Wow.
All right, first let's talk about Lucky Friends. Not too much heat or salt here. But there was a little bit of an issue. They put out the announcement, Lucky Friends are live, once per day, with your best friends. You can become a Lucky Friend with any of the interactions that would normally level you up. The next trade that you do will be lucky. But here's the problem. They said they put the announcement out, and then they forgot to turn the freaking feature on for like 40 minutes. So everyone went on a scramble, like eating up all their gifts, doing their best friend interactions, and no one was getting lucky friends. They're like, this feature sucks. The rates are too low. Yeah, no one, in fact, got lucky friends in the first 30 minutes, 30, 40 minutes.
Niantic.
Yeah, they dropped the ball on that one. But once it went live, it seems really cool. You stay lucky friend. You could have multiple lucky friends, but you're going to stay lucky until you do that physical trade, which is pretty cool. All right. Not a big deal here. We got past it. Avatar poses. Holy shit. This caused a freaking uproar on Twitter like I've never seen, like more than the gym rework.
There's no reason why they should be charging us any amount of coin. Any. That for a fucking
I mean,
pose.
I'd understand if it was 100, just so they, like, because they know you want to trade it, but...
No.
Switch your...
No. You
pissed.
make us fucking pay ridiculous amount of money for the clothes. Okay? The clothes.
Well, I'm jumping in. Charging for cosmetics in any video game setting is the most ethical way to monetize a game. Because it's truly cosmetic. It has no bearing on the gameplay. Does not give you any gameplay advantage. It's
Except
truly
for
fuck you money.
Personal satisfaction.
Right.
It makes you happy. That's important to the gameplay.
But
if you're not happy looking at the screen...
But there has to be a level of exclusivity to make it worth the people that are going to pony up. Now, the kicker to this is that the poses are fucking weird. Like, they're like...
I like the poses.
I love them. I love them all.
I think they're hilarious.
There's one that's like...
I wish they were more dramatic.
The hey, look at my crotch pose. Then there's the hey, look at my ass pose.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Yeah, there's definitely... There's the male and female booty.
Yo, but they make the male's butt gone. Like, there's no cake back there at all.
There's no batter.
There's no junk in that trunk.
Dude, if they made my avatar have a bigger ass, I would have definitely bought that one. But instead I bought the power pose, which is just like hands on the waist, like, look at me, I'm fucking powerful. Hey, I did...
I can't believe you spent money on that.
Yo, 10 days of free-to-play playing. It ain't no
10
fucking thing.
10 whole days.
10 days.
10 whole days of Pokemon playing.
10 days.
To get a
pose. Lifetime of powerful posing.
10 whole days.
But no, I mean, people were fucking pissed. Fuck you, boycott. Like, the whole, like... People were livid.
50 coins. I would do 50 coins.
Look, it's a cosmetic. They gotta make it exclusive. Look, I did Legendary Lunch Hour. We're gonna get to this. All right, you know what? We can recap Legendary Lunch Hour right now. I did Legendary Lunch Hour. Every fucking raid I did, I was the only one posing. My swag level was high.
Oh my god! And everybody was probably like, "Look at
dude,
this
he spent money. What a tool!"
Yo, fuck that. I was like, I'm special. I'm fancy. I was tapping the screen with my pinky up in the air. I was tapping. I had my pinky up. I was drinking tea with fucking crumpets and shit. I was fancy. Look, they have to draw a line in the sand somewhere to make it exclusive to say, yes, certain people are going to scoff at this. Certain people are going to be all about it. They got to reward the people to have something cool. If you don't think it's worth the money, don't fucking buy it.
I won't, because you know what I do have fun doing? I had a lot of fun doing this the other night, Adam. So I was thinking...
You should have fucking did a screen recording.
I'm going to do it tonight, actually. So if you can go through the poses in a certain order and, like, kind of give a voice to your character and, like...
She was like storyboarding conversations, like, hey girl, hey.
Yeah.
It's like going back and forth with different poses.
I'll record one and put
I was
it
like,
in
please
Discord.
fucking screen record this. This needs to be on
I
Instagram
think I did
story.
it for at least 20 minutes. I was cracking myself up.
It was so funny. Your voices were fucking great. But no, the internet was fucking pissed. I even put a tweet out kind of poking the bear a little bit. I was like, yo.
Of course you did.
Well, I go, look, if you're upset about them charging for this, there's the easiest way.
Yeah, vote with your wallet.
Yeah. Don't buy it. That's the easiest way to tell them that you're not happy with it. Don't fucking buy it.
Yeah, we won't buy it, but you other douchebags like you are going to fucking buy it, and it's going to force them to keep charging us. Because they're going to be like, oh, look, some of these jerks are going to buy it.
They gave us 4 poses.
500. That's more.
It's 10 days of doing nothing.
That's more than Pokemon storage. that's more than bag storage.
It's a lifetime of look at my crotch in your face.
500. For that amount of money, you can up your bag and
2.5 times. 2.5 times. Hey, it's all relative. If you have the money to spend and you haven't upgraded your bag, get the fucking bag space first, of course. But if you got 500 coins to blow, fuck it, man. It's like, get your power pose on. But honestly, I do think it holds a certain level of exclusivity. I don't mind charging for cosmetics. I think it's the most ethical way to monetize a game. It gives no benefit, really. I think that's the way to go.
No, I don't mind paying for the clothes. That's fine.
It's just too much.
Yeah, too much. Yeah.
200?
200 is too much for a
100
pose.
is reasonable. It's
50
because I can choose what pose I want, and it's like I could get all 4 of them for 400.
It would be cool if it was 500 and when you clicked on your avatar, your guy did something.
Like an animated.
Like an animated.
Like a GIF?
Then, yeah. Just like toss the Pokeball up or pat your Pokemon on the head or...
Oh, the other thing was some of these poses were incompatible with your buddy Pokemon, like Eevee sitting on your shoulder, or certain glasses, like...
Yeah, or certain outfits looked weird with the poses.
Yeah, oh, yeah, with my Delibird with the Pokeball. You can't see the Pokeball because my Delibird hand gloves or whatever are the same color and everything.
All right, a couple bits of miscellaneous news before we wrap up here tonight. I did play the Legendary Lunch Hour. Melissa's making faces at me again. It's nonstop.
You just ripped the fucking thing out of my ear.
I just ripped the headphones
out
of Melissa's ears by accident. Anyway, I went 8 for 8. I was very happy with Legendary Lunch Hour. This is the perfect event for me. I'm sorry if it was not the perfect event for you. A lot of people were upset that it wasn't their event. It's my time. When's gonna be my time? It's at Legendary
Sunday,
Lunch Hour.
When that
I'm so excited.
Day is for you.
But not only that, I was the one that was organizing the event and leading the charge through. So, and 2 of our gyms in the park that we played in had existing raids, so we couldn't even play in those gyms. We could have come back to them, but we wanted to keep it moving to cover EX gyms. So, I probably could have hit 9, maybe 10 in the hour, but we ended up hitting 8. I went 8 for 8. They were all doo-doo, but hit 3 EX gyms out of the 8, which is freaking fantastic. I'm really excited. And this is how I got my last Defense Form Deoxys raid pass, was from the Dialga Legendary Lunch Hour. So now I'm excited to get all these Origin Form Giratinas. Hopefully I'll get another EX pass for the following week. I do have one coming up next week as well.
Yeah, I had an EX pass and that was crappy. I showed up and everybody was doing it already.
Oh yeah, you said that. Yeah. He was on the late. You got to be there at Hatch. You got to be there.
And then I did get another one, but that's for Thursday, and I will be closing at work, so I will not be able to attend.
Womp womp.
That's the worst. Too bad there's no credit system. Mm-hmm. Can't do this one. Let me reschedule. That would be good. All right, real quick, Go Ranger check-in.
What's up, everybody? It is Go Ranger Matt, and this is the Go Ranger check-in.
A ton of shit. Everything that we covered today is pretty much launching this week by the time you hear this. 2 weeks left to take part in Earth Day cleanup. 2 weeks left to get that Giratina Origin Form. The Go Snapshot Challenge, Buddy Challenge will be live when you hear this. Latios Raid Week will be live when you hear this. Eggstravaganza will be live when you hear this. Safari Zone Singapore starts on the 18th. I know a lot of people from the States, including JT Valor, is flying out to Singapore.
It's awesome.
Pretty freaking cool. That event has the makings to be pretty freaking serious. I can't wait to see the footage. I hosted 2 Kingdom Cups today. They went really great, really exciting meta. This was probably the coolest meta yet. Yo, Melissa competed in a Kingdom Cup.
I did.
She actually did research and put together a party and powered up Pokemon.
I did.
She used Stardust? What?
That's unheard of.
Dust,
Stardust.
And I used TMs. I actually built my things. And I didn't do bad. I went 2 for 2.
She went 2 for 2. Well, 1, 2, lost 2.
2 went, yeah.
You broke even.
I broke even.
That's fucking huge.
Yeah, because there was other people that lost all of them. So
yes, there's people like, I gotta win. It was a buy round, bro. It's
yeah.
Yeah, but those have the highest resistance.
This was a very competitive meta and really cool blend of Pokemon. But Melissa's Lapras, I gotta say, I was like standing over her shoulder And she was putting in some work with the fucking Lapras. It was knocking
my
some fucking
Flygon was
people
really
down.
good too.
Flygon is a sleeper in the Kingdom Cup. Take down the Lucario. There's a lot of people had the Lucario Bastion combo. Man, it was very, very competitive. Check out King. If you want some really cool footage and coverage of how to run a good Kingdom Cup or get your stuff together. But you got 2 weeks left on that. Taiwan is now part of the Pokestop submission beta. So this submission beta is just growing and growing and growing. It's got to be up to a point now where they're ready to bring this to scale, to really open it up to, Asia, Europe, US, North America, South America. Like, it's got to be coming soon because they've been doing these isolated areas that have dense players but lower counts. It's got to be coming soon where they're going to open this up to the masses. I cannot freaking wait. Harry Potter Wizards Unite is getting closer and closer to release. We don't know exactly when, but they did a really cool thing and will allow you to reserve your Pokemon Go name as it is in Pokemon Go in Harry Potter Wizards Unite if you want to carry the same name in that game as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I'll post a link in the description. You can go in, you log in just like you would to the website, and it will confirm your trainer name reservation for when Wizards Unite launches. And then I guess through email, they'll dictate, how you can retrieve that when the game does come out. And then finally, I do want to do a little bit of promotion here on Saturday, April 20th, next Saturday.
Wait, is that 420?
It is 420. Yeah. I will be hosting a YouTuber roundtable on Google Hangouts. We're going to stream it live on YouTube. Check out our website for details on that or our social media. We have some really cool YouTube talent coming through on the 20th to kind of talk shop. We've got the Trainer Club, Jay Kim, Infamous Big Rob, Count Jinsula, Ludo Clack, and Blink Button Mash all coming on to kind of talk shop. We're going to be talking about their individual channels, their processes, what it's like being a grinder and a YouTube grinder and building up an audience and all that. I think it's a nice perspective and blend to get some new creators, some creators that have been doing it a long time, some creators that are finally breaking into 4-digit subscription territory and 5-digit subscriptions territory, hitting that 1,000 mark, hitting that 10,000 mark. Some of these guys are 20K plus. So I want to start bringing different YouTubers on that are in different stages of audience and channel development, because I think that this will be a really cool opportunity to motivate people that are thinking about starting a YouTube channel and kind of want to hear what it's like, what it's really like in the trenches from the people that are doing it on a daily basis that don't necessarily have the situation behind them of saying, I've got 800K subs and I can put out a video right now and, get a certain baseline of videos. These people are super hungry. They're up and coming. And I think the perspectives that they're going to be bringing are very cool. So definitely check that out. Just check out our social media. It's all over that for details and links of when that's going out. That's going to be Saturday, April 20th. And then I'm also doing a PvP and an AR photo roundtable the following 2 weeks and then 4 weeks after that. So every 2 weeks, we're going to be doing these roundtables, video and audio format. Please check those out. But guys, that's a show.
That's a show.
We did it.
We absolutely did it. Thanks again to King for coming on. It was really cool hearing that perspective and those stories. I can't wait to listen to it back. Please leave us a review in iTunes. That would help us greatly. We would really appreciate it. Email us, info@luredup.com. Leave us an inappropriate voicemail, 732-835-8639. Pidgeograbber did leave us a message this week, just talking about Akron, Ohio. I mentioned that kind of on Gotta Watch 'Em All show, talking about how, we didn't know where the Go Fest were going to be. But shout out to Pidgeograbber for leaving that message. Thanks so much. But please, be kind to each other.
Catch all the Pokemon.
Thank you guys so fucking much for listening.
Oh, he dropped the ball.
Yes, he thought about it for a long time. I was in his head. I'm looking. I go, he's gonna say flipping. He's gonna say freaking.
For flipping.
Yeah,
I was waiting for flipping.
We did it, guys. We did it. Adam dropped a true F-bomb. But yes,
I'm so proud of you.
I love
thank you guys so much for checking
too.
us out. Please check out luredup.com for everything that we're doing. Connect with us on social media. We're at Gotta Watch 'Em All everywhere.
We are.
So
Yeah, find us.
just find us. Thank you. See ya.
Listen.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Nerds.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
Nerds.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you. Pokemon.